वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणम् श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। शरीरं स्वरूपं तथा वा कलत्रं यशश्चारुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यं मनश्चेन्न गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम्।
शरीरं स्वरूपं यशश्चारुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यं मनश्चेन्न गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किम्।
कलत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादि सर्वं गृहं बान्धवा सर्वमेतद्धिजातं मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम्।
कलत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादि सर्वं गृहं बान्धवा सर्वमेतद्विजातं मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किम्।
we saw the first two shlokas of the Gurvastakam, the greatness of bhakti towards the Pada Pankajam of the Guru is said in these 8 shlokas plus one Palashruti. In the first shloka, Acharya mentioned certain personal attributes over which we have intense abhimana, like the beauty of the shariram. Beauty is skin depth only, but we have excessive abhimanam over the shape, complexion, and beauty. Because of that, only cosmetic industry survives. So the beauty, then wealth, then fame, and all this a person may think gives security. Then the second shloka, the Acharya presents certain things which are considered as success from the worldly standpoint of view, from the worldly standpoint point of view for the individual. That is prosperity, the familial prosperity and social prosperity. So even if you have spouse, wealth, putra, son, grandson, so these are according to societal standards, they are considered to be the components of a perfect life. So having sons and grandsons was considered to be, yes, a success because it ensures the continuity of the family and the traditions, the rituals. And Griham, the household, Vastashrama, it provides certain security, comfort, and certain status also in the society. And all the Bandhujanaha, Bandhavaha, so relatives, they also considered to be providing certain emotional support, and therefore you also enjoy the sense of belonging to them. They belong to you and you belong to them. And all this, etad, sarvam etad dijatam, all this samugha, a group of this, even if a person has, even if a person has acquired due to one's, of course, punyam, some punyam is required punyam, but still it is incomplete. Still it is not purnam. So therefore, without, still it is purnam, not purnam, without Shraddha and Bhakti towards the Pada Pankaja of the Guru. Though the family provides emotional strength support, but they cannot give you spiritual but moksha. All we have come together by some karma in the form of bandhu janaha, the relations, relatives, father, mother, sons. All we travel in this cycle of samsara. Equally, we are all bound by our own karmas. So karma has brought us together, but it will not ensure, it cannot ensure moksha, freedom from this cycle of samsara. So only the guru who has the key to unlock this bondage and make the person free from samsara. Therefore, in spite of all having all this, tatakim iti chatvaraha takim. Acharya says, and we saw the meaning of each tataha kim, all these possessions, name, fame, the status, etc., all these are transient, they are fleeting, they will go away. That is first tataha kim. Second tataha kim, in spite of having all this, it will not give you tripti. Purnatvam will not come. Always there will be something lacking, wanting more, wanting. That will keep on, that note always will be playing behind. I want, as Swamiji says, atripti. The more and more things, possessions you have, the more and more your bondage will be strengthened. The bandhakatvam, they bind you. And even if you have all this, without Guru, Bhakti and Shraddha, all these do not have any substance, really doesn't matter at all. Tarahinatvam. Therefore, Chatvaraha, Tataha Kim, 4 times, Tataha Kim, the Acharya says. The first shloka is on what I have. Second shloka, what or whom I have around me. Both these are blessings, there is no doubt, but these are not the ultimate goal. Without having moksha as the goal, and for which teacher is indispensable, therefore, without resorting to a guru, Guru Bhakti, Guru Seva, all these things will not give satisfaction to the person. The purpose of life, the life's accomplishment is not complete. Material accomplishment is fine, but material accomplishment doesn't fulfill a person completely. It gives relative accomplishment, the feeling of relative accomplishment. Only the spiritual accomplishment, with that only a person becomes purnaha, kritakrityaha. So therefore, all these, in spite of having, they have limitations. And also they have limitations. They always can be improved upon. Social status, wealth, all these always can be improved upon. When this becomes a priority, then moksha, the spiritual pursuit, will not be in the priority list at all. In fact, all this must subserve the spiritual goal. So therefore, Acharya puts down all these accomplishments, even if a person have all this, all these comforts. Of course, these comforts are earned with lots of punya. In spite of that, it says, it means the highlight is the spiritual goal should be the priority. All this must subserve. Then the third shloka, which we have to read. Shadanga divedo mukhe shastra vidya kavitvaadigadyam supadyam karoti manaschena lagnam gurorangripadme tatakhim.
गङ्गादिवेदो
वेदो
मुखे
मुखे
शास्त्रविद्या
शास्त्रविद्या
कवित्वादिगद्यं
कवित्वादिगद्यं
सुपद्यं करोति मनश्चेन्न
मनश्चेन्न
लग्नं
लग्नं
गुरोर्नृपद्मे
गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे
ततः
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 ततः ततः
Vedavid bhavatu, panditah bhavatu, kavihi bhavatu, kopi bhavatu. Guroho padakamalyoho bhakti nasti chet sarvam vyartham bhavati. Everything is in vain if a person has no devotion at the feet of the Guru. A person may be a scholar of the Vedas, Panditaha, learned Pandit, or a poet, Kavi, whatever it may be. Sarve Prayojahinaha eva. All these are entirely useless if there is no devotion at the feet of the Guru. Even with the presence of knowledge, scholarship, and a person may have brilliancy in composing poems, a poetic brilliance. If the mind is not absorbed, manaha, guroho angri padme na lagnam che, not absorbed at the lotus feet of the Guru, then all these are meaningless. So that's what Acharya says here. Mukhe षडंग षडंगादि वेदः शास्त्र विद्या च स्यात् सह कवित्वादि गद्यं सुपद्यं च कुर्यात् किन्तु मनः गुरोरंघ्रि पद्मे न लग्नं चेत् ततः किम् इति तो वेदाः चत्वारः four Vedas. So a person may be a Chaturvedi. A person who knows all the four Vedas, Chaturvedi. If he knows three Vedas, Trivedi. Two Vedas, Vedi. There is no single Vedi, Eka Vedi, because everyone is supposed to know one's own Veda. Therefore, there is no greatness in knowing one's own Veda. If you know more than one Veda, then you are called Dvivedi, Trivedi, Chaturvedi. So if the person knows all the four Vedas, one Veda itself is out of question. What to talk about knowing all the four Vedas, even if the person knows. And not only that, Vedangani also, Shadangadi, Vedanga, Shiksha Kalpaha, Niruktam Vyakanam, Chandaha, Jyotisham, iti, we saw in Mundaka Aparavidya, Tatra Pararik Vedo Yajurvedaha, Sama Vedo Tharva Vedaha, Shiksha Kalpo Vyakaranam Niruktam Chando Jyotishamiti, all these Aparavidya, all these Sharangas, limbs of the Veda, they are supportive to learn the Veda. So, therefore, a person may be a Veda with Vedan Janati, Veda with Chatvaraha, Vedan Janati. Let him know all the four Vedas. Vidwan Bhavatu, a scholar. Therefore, he knows all the four Vedas, along with all the four Vedas, the six auxiliary disciplines also. Yes, he knows by heart, committed to memory. Mukesh Sarva Shastra Vidyaha. Mukesh Sarva Shastra Vidyaha Vilasanti. All the Shastra Vidya, the knowledge of the Shastram, they shines in his mouth brilliantly. Not only that, Saha Gadyam Supadyam Chakaroti, Gadya Padyadinam Kavyam Nirmanam Kartum Samartaha. He has the capability to compose poems, to write in prose order as well as in poetic form also, metric form. Great Kavitvadi. So therefore, let the person be a great scholar endowed with all such learnings, knowledge. But if the person's mind doesn't become free from the ahankara and surrender at the feet of the Sadguru, then all these accomplishments, that is knowledge accomplishments, they remain only as a burden. It is just a burden on the person's head. It has no use. Shastra Vidya Kaha Labha Gurorangi Padme Manaha Na Lagnam Chet. Na Kopi Labha. Kavitvena Na Kopi Labha. Therefore, no Prayojanam. Vidya Sampannaha Chedapi. Kavitvenapi. Kim Prayojanam. Na Prayojanam. Prayojanam Nasti. There is no use of it. All. Shadanga Adi Vedaha. Shat Angani Yasya Saha Shadang. Shadangaha. Shadangaha Adihi Tesham Te Shadangadayaha. Bahuri Samasa compound. Similarly, Kavitvadi also. Kavya Rachana. Shakti Kavitvadi. Gadyam. Gadyam is Chandoragitam Vakyam. That is. Gadyam is prose. Supadyam. Padyam is poetry. Supadyam. Sushtu. Sundaram. Chandobaddam Kavyam. That is poetic. In a verse, metrical form. A person can write. Supadyam Shobanam. Padyam. Karoti Rachayati. He has the ability to write. Bhavatu, let it be so what? Shri Guroho Charanakamale Manaha na Linam Bhavet Targi Linam Bhavet Kim Tat Ched Kim Prayojanam Pandityena Kim Prayojanam Kimapi Prayojanam Nasti Iti Aksheparte Prashnaha. It doesn't mean the study of Vedas and all these are useless. They are important, they sharpen the intellect. Of course, Vedanta, that alone gives Atmajnanam. There is no doubt about that. But Atmajnanam also is obtained only through the Kataksha of the Guru. That one must not forget. Without Guru Kripa, Guru Upadesha, it is not possible. Therefore, Acharya says, as long as one doesn't devote, as one doesn't entertain the bhakti, the shraddha, and shranagati at the feet of the Guru, so long all these scholarships, external scholarships, they remain completely meaningless. Even if the person doesn't have all this, even if the person is a Prakrita Purusha, Guru has the capability to make him a Samskrita Purusha, endow him with all knowledge. That is the greatness of the Guru. So therefore, Manas na Lagnam Ched Guru Rangari Padme Pandityena Kimapi Prayojanam Nasti. That is the third shloka. The third shloka dismisses the scholarship of a person. Scholarship of the person, provided the person has no bhakti towards the feet of the Guru. That clause always here to understand. Scholarship has usefulness, but that alone will not serve the person, will not help the person in achieving the life's goal. Therefore, Guru Bhakti Sharanagati is indispensable. The next shloka. Videshesh manyas svadeshesh dhanyah Sadachara vritteshu matto na chanyah Manaschena lagnam gurorangri padme tathakyam 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 tathakyam.
विदेशेषु मान्यस्वदेशेषु
विदेशेषु
धन्यः
धन्यः
सदाचारवृत्तेषु
सदाचारवृत्तेषु
मत्तो
मत्तो
न
न
चान्यः
चान्यः
मनश्चेन्द्रलग्नं
मनश्चेन्द्रलग्नं
गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे
गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे
ततः
तदः किं तदः किं तदः किम्
So Videsheshu Manyaha, Videsheshu Anyadesheshu, in some other country, in foreign lands. Sarvaihi Manitaha Bhavatu Manyaha, let the person be honored. Videsheshu. And Swadesheshu api Danyaha. Swadesha Swasmin Deshe. In its own country. That the person be respected in its own country. So Videsheshu Manyaha Swadesheshu Danyaha. So therefore he is respected everywhere. Because he has got Vidya, scholarship, knowledgeable person. So wherever he goes, he is respected by the people of the country. And Sadachara Vritteshu, Sadachara Vishaye api Uttamaha Bhavatu. He has got good conduct. He follows Dharma, Sadachara. Sadachara is Dharma Achara. His Achara, his conduct is keeping with Dharma. He follows Dharma. Never violates Dharma. So therefore follows the Dharma as stipulated by the Shastra. Therefore, Dharma, what is to be done, he does. As the Veda says, he does. As the Shastram says, he does. And what should not be done, that he doesn't do. He meticulously follows the dictum of the Vedas. So therefore, he Sadachara Purusha, it's a great thing. Dharmika Purusha doesn't violate Dharma. So what? Guroho Charnakamale Chittam Linam Nambhavet Tarhi Sarvam Vyartham Eva. Even if the person is respected and he is sadachari, if the person doesn't have bhakti, doesn't have sharanagati, the person mind is not absorbed at the feet of the Guru, then all these, whatever he has, all these things, the sadachara and his respect, whatever he enjoys, everything is in vain. Therefore, videsheshu manyaha bhavatu kaschit purushaha, swadesheshu api danyaha. Sadachara vritteshu api mattaha anyaha chana. There is no person, other greater person in following dharma other than this person, not there. So he is so prasiddhaha bhavatu. Guroho angri padme manaha nalagnam che tataha kim. So therefore, the person enjoys respect and honor in, not only in his society or country, but also in other nations, other countries. His fame has spread beyond the boundaries of the nation. S.S. Charu, as the first Shloka is said, he enjoys great honor, prestige in foreign countries. It's a success. The person is a successful person. From the material standpoint, yes, a successful person, a learned person, learned scholar. A learned people, person is respected everywhere. So, therefore, the person, such a person, not only honored in other country, blessed in his own country, that person, yes, he is also a man of dharma. He follows dharma. So he has got fame, he has got wealth, and also the person is dharmika purusha, religious person, righteous person, dharmashilaha. Dharmashila means he is a man of virtues, he follows the path of righteousness, dharma, according to the teaching of the Shastram. So therefore, and also he thinks that there is mattaha na anyaha. There is no other person superior to me in following dharma. It means the person is a strict observer of dharma. Swadharma, he follows. Dharma, Shastra Dharma, all dharma he follows. He's an upright man. But also it's a ahankara only. It's a sattvic ahankara. The person follows dharma and they also he thinks that there's nobody else. Dharma abhimanaha is also ahankara only. It's a sattvic ego. Dharma abhimana. All these first things may be there. The idea is a person follows dharma meticulously. But if the person doesn't give up his ego, And if his mind doesn't get absorbed at the feet of the Guru, then everything is in vain. Everything is in vain because a person, as said before, he would have studied Veda, Vedanga, all the Vidyasthana, that Chaturdasha Vidyasthanas are there. Four Veda, six Vedanga, Upaveda, all Vedas, and he is respected everywhere. He is a righteous person, everything. All this may be good, but it cannot bring moksha. The moksha is not possible. All these without the spiritual goal will increase only ahankara. So ahankara nashaha guroho kripam vina na sambhavati. Guroho upadesham vina na sambhavati. Ahankara will go away only when the person knows, understands that everything is Ishvara, that the that ego, whatever the person entity is vibhuti of Ishvara, as Bhagavan said in the 10th chapter. Whatever you see in the world, yadyat vibhuti matsatvam, whatever vibhuti, Srimatur Vitamevava, Tattadeva Vagachatvam, Mamat Tejom Sambhavam. That line is important. Whatever vibhuti, whatever a faculty, any form of wealth a person enjoys, it is just a fraction of my glory. So instead of acknowledging that the virtues, the abilities, the scholarship, instead of acknowledging these are a fraction of Bhagavan's glory, the person's ego is, if ego bloats up, and therefore, and then for that person, there is no hope, there is no prayojanam, in spite of having all this. Ahankara only gets boosted. Person becomes an ahankaravan. So instead of being a learned ahankaravan, better to be a unlearned pamara. That is better. A pamara can be taught easily than a person who is well informed, because he has to shed his ahankara to learn, to surrender. So that is why always we say vidya vinaya sampanne. Vinaya should go with vidya. Why it is said if naturally happens, it doesn't happen. In fact, vidya boosts the ego. The more and that too, for some Vedanta Vidya, Vedanta also boosts ego. Instead of Vedanta should reduce the ego, should make you feel that, acknowledge that everything is Bhagavan's. But Vedanta also, when it is not properly understood, or a person who has committed to memory many Upanishads, Shlokas, Takana Granthas, Ahankara boost. I know all these things. And in Viveka Chudamani, Shankaracharya in one place says all these are Jala Shastra, Shabda Jalam it is. Shastra is a web of, the words in which the person is caught. That is Shastra Vasana. Shastra Vasana also boosts your ego. Instead of loosening it, disintegrating the ego, it strengthens. There's no prayojanam of it. The Guru only can point out and rectify Shishya. Therefore, for that the person must have bhakti and shraddha and sharanagati. Therefore, here Acharya says, without bhakti for the Guru, these things will only bloats the ego of a person. Therefore, he says, Videsheshu, Anyadesheshu, Paradesheshu, Manyaha, Adaraniyaha Bhavatu, Bhavan Adaraniyaha Bhavatu, Anyadesheshu, Pujitaha Bhavatu. So what? Swadesheshu, Nijadeshe api, So desha is swasya desha, one's one country, that is a person born where, that is his country. Videshesha means the person, the desha which is different from the desha where you are born. Swadesha is Janmabhumi. Mama Swajanmabhumau Swadesha. Danyaha Bhavatu Bhagyashali Bhavatu. Shlaganiyaha, people praise you. Bhavatu. And Sadacharasya Vrittani. Sadacharatmaka Vrittani. You follow the Sadachara Dharmachara. And also Mattaha Nacha Anyaha Asti. Mamapekshya Anyaha Dvitiyaha Kopi Nasti iti. Ahameva Sreshtaha. Iti Abhimanaha Pi Asti. The person thinks himself to be a great man of following the virtues dharma. Following dharma also boosts the ego. So dharma is supposed to be followed by all. There is no choice. Only when we follow dharma, then only we are human beings. Buddhi Bhagavan has given. Therefore, using the buddhi and acting accordingly in keeping with the shastram in a given situation, only a human being can do. As a human being only should do. He only can do because he endowed with buddhi. Therefore, he should conduct himself appropriately in a given situation. That is dharma. Animals cannot do. So, in following that, what is the ego? What is that which boosts up a person? So, you are doing what is supposed to be done. Like they say, it's a good sadhu. What is a good sadhu? Sadhu is a sadhu. There is no good sadhu or bad sadhu. If there is a bad sadhu, then it's not a sadhu at all. Sadhu meaning sannyasi. It's a good sannyasi. A sannyasi has to be good only. He has to follow his dharma. There is no good sannyasi, bad sannyasi. There may be a good person, bad person in the world. That is, all person need not be good. That is not possible, and that is because backgrounds are different. That is not possible also. So there may be a good person, there may be a bad person. In fact, all are Prakrita Purusha, only by Samskara becomes Samskrita Purusha. So there may be a good person, bad person. But there cannot be good sadhu, bad sadhu, good sannyasi, bad sannyasi. Sannyasi has to be good only. Similarly, a person following dharma is not a big accomplishment, it's not a big thing. A person supposed to be, a human being supposed to be a dharmika purusha. He must have undergone all the samskaras, refined himself in his Gurukula Vasa, eligible for living in the world, having been trained by the Guru for 12 years in the Gurukulam. Then the person comes out from the Gurukulam as a Brahmachari, then gets married, then is ready for living the world. Dharma Acharanam. So therefore, Mattaha na Tasha Anyaha, with the person thinks that he is the ultimate Dharmavan iti. Bhavatu, let it be. So what? Guru Rangripad me Sharana Kamale Manaha Antakkan Vidhi na Lagnam na Bhavati Targi Tata Kim Tataha Kim means Sarvehi Sammanena Sadacharena Kim Prayojanam. Even though when you are honored and you have got Sadachara, what is the use? So if you don't have the Guru Bhakti, Sharanagati, then these are of no use. Not only that, can supply. You may be respected now, but that will not be forever. The one who is respected now later becomes censured. The person is being criticized. A person may be subject to criticism later because fame that is also fleeting, perishable. Nobody remains famous forever. It comes and goes. Another person comes and occupies the place. He becomes the talk of the town. So, and also Sadachara Virta, even if the person of a righteous conduct, if that breeds ego, that also becomes the source of bondage only. So that also bondage, Maya is so powerful and inscrutable. She can enter through any door, any small door, small gap. The gap, what you see in a towel, that warp and woof of the thread, small gap is that Maya can penetrate and come. Small thing can become a small hole, small opening, and aperture is enough for Maya to enter to drown you in this samsara. So therefore, by all these things, accomplishments, Purushartha Siddhi na Siddhyati. The ultimate Purushartha is moksha, Dharma Purushartha. That is not gained. Therefore, Kim Prayojanam. Without all this, even if the person has bhakti, Guroho, Charanar Vindayoho, bhakti asti chet, saha bhagyavan. That person alone is a bhagyavan. These accomplishments are fine. Even without that, if the person has bhakti and sharanagati, then that person is a better person than this person. In the next shloka, Shama Mandale Bhupa Bhupala Vrindaihi Sada Sevitam Yasya Padaravindam Manasche Nalagdam Gurorangri Padme Tathakim, 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 Tathakim.
क्षमामण्डले भूपभूपालवृन्दैः सदा सेवितं यस्य
सेवितं
पादारविन्दं
मनश्चेन्न
मनश्चेन्नलग्नं
गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे
गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं
Shama Mandale Bhupa Bhupala Vrindagi Sada Sevitam. So the Acharya here he says the person possesses immense wealth and absolute sovereignty over the entire world. If the person's mind is not absorbed at the feet of the Guru, then all of it is in vain only. So the for Kshama Mandale Bhupa Bhupal Vrindagi Yasya Padara Vindam Sada Sevitam Bhavati, we have to supply Syat Bhavati Tatapi Tan Manaschena Lagnam Manaha Guroho Angripatam Lagnam Chet Tataha Kim Iti. So a person is Shama Mandale. Shama Mandale, the word Shama Mandale referring to the Prithvi, Prithivyam. Shama is Prithvi, the beautiful word referring to Prithvi. Prithvi has got Shama, the endurance, tolerance. It will not react Prithvi, how much ever you hit or you dig hole. Prithvi has got Shama, that the tendency, the habit, the habit of the tendency of putting up with endurance. Shama. It doesn't react. Apratikara purvakam. Sakanam sarvadukkanam apratikara purvakam. As Shankaracharya says in the Vekachuramani, when he talks about titiksha. Apratikara purvakam. All dukkha, all pain, that Prithvi, Bhudevi, Bhumata, she puts up with. That is Kshama. Therefore, Kshama Mandale referring to Prithvi. Prithvyam. Kshama Mandale tasmin. Tasyam. Prithvyam. Kshama Mandale. Bhupala Vrindaihi. Bhupa is king. Bhupala Vrindaihi. Bhupala That is, Bhupala is Maharaja, Chakravarti, Maharajanam, Samugaihi. Bhupala is a nice word. Pati iti, Bhuvam Pati iti Bhupaha. Bhupala also same thing. Bhupanam, Bhupaha. Bhuvam Pati iti Bhupaha. Bhupaha, Padatu. Somebody Bhupala. Bhuvam Palayati. Bhupalaha. So Bhupaha cha, Bhupalaha cha. Bhupalanam. Vrinda is Samukha. Vrindaihi. So Sevitam. The person is served by Bhupa and Bhupala. Shama Mandale. The person is not a Shama Mandale. The person is served by not ordinary people, great kings and all, Chakravarti. The person is saved. So, Kshama Mandale Bhupa Bhupala Vrindaihi. Tada Sevitam Yasya Padara Vindam. Yasya Padara Vindam is feet. His feet is honored. Yasya Padara Vindam Sada Sevitam Sada does seva to such a person. So he is, therefore, a person who is served by the great kings Bhupaha and Bhupalaha, Bhupalaha, Maharaja, great rulers. All these people, they serve his feet. Whose feet? That person's feet. So therefore, let a person enjoy all these things. That is, the person is cared by, is served by the person who has got power over the entire Jama Mandala Prithvi. He is a Maha Chakravarti. The Chakravartis are there. Even Chakravartis serve this person. So what? Even if the person is served and honored by such people, if the person's mind is not observed at the feet of the Guru, then all these are useless. So, Sada Sevitam Bhavatu Yasya Padara Vindam Kaihi Bhupa Bhupala Vrindaihi Kshama Mandale Tena Kim Prayojanam Prayojanamapi Nasti. See, who will serve, which king will serve, which Chakravarti will serve a person. The person, the Chakravartis and the kings serve a person means the person must be greater. Greater in something, in scholarship, or greater in certain fields. So therefore, such people, they serve him. They praise this person, honored by the host of emperors and rulers. So what? Even if kings and monarchs honor a person, but if the person's mind is not absorbed at the feet of the Guru, then all these are useless. No king will serve another person. The king sees some value, something in the other person, then only the king serves. Served by a king is not easy. Trump will not invite anyone to his White House. You must be deserved for it. Whether Trump deserves or not for inviting you, that is another thing. But you must be deserved for it to enter into the White House. So that itself is an honor. Right? In spite of that, even if the person has gained such honor, fame, either because of his scholarship or extraordinary genius, whatever it is, if the person's mind is not absorbed at the feet of the Guru, then what is the purpose? What is the use? There is no use at all. So therefore, this is an extension of Yashaha. When the person is famous and is highly skilled in certain arts or certain things, the person is praised by the kings. So even if praised by the kings, which is not an easy thing, if the person's mind is not absorbed the feet of the Guru, all these are worthless, useless. This is not the goal of life. Whether you are served by the king or monarch, that only boosts your ego, but doesn't solve the problem of samsara, doesn't make you free from bondage. In fact, it will only boost your ego, enhances your ego. And when you are praised now, how much time it will take for the same kings to censure you, criticize you, time may change. Therefore, all these are transient, fleeting. Therefore, don't get absorbed in this service offered by the kings and the monarchs. You offer service to the Guru. That is the idea. Offer service to the Guru. Guru doesn't require any service. You offer service so that you receive knowledge from the teacher and you are benefited, you get freedom from the samsara. So that is the idea. Then the next shloka, shloka number 6. यशो मे गतं दिक्षुदान प्रतापात् जगद्वस्तु सर्वं करे यत्प्रसादात् मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे तथ किं तथ किं तथ किं तथ किम्
यशो मे
यशो मे गतं
दिक्षुदान
प्रतापात्
प्रतापात्
जगद्वस्तु सर्वं
जगत्स्वरूपं
करे
हरेर्प्रसादात्
प्रसादात्
मनश्चेन
मनश्चेन
लग्नं
लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे
गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम्
Here also the yashaha and the virtue of charity, they're highlighted. They're highlighted even if the person has such virtuous qualities. So what? A person may be generous and he has wealth also. You may be generous but should have wealth to offer as dhanam to other people. A person may be wealthy, but does he have a heart to give? That's another big thing. And if you also have the heart, that's a good thing. But that alone is not sufficient. A person has wealth and he has generosity also. So having wealth is punyam, and generosity, that tendency, the mind to give, to share with others, it's a good quality that person has. So Yasho and Dana Pratapat, because of which, see, some society, a person becomes famous like uh, as becomes famous as a great a contributor, donor. Like Karna is famous for giving whatever people has, go approach him and ask, he will give without shutting his door, without saying no. Bali Chakravarti also, when Vamana asked, he gave without any denial. He gave. They are famous donors. They never say no to people. So they're known for that. Therefore, there is Dana Pratapa. That Dana, glorious, that generosity. Therefore, a person may think, because of my generosity, may yashaha, mama yashaha gatam sarva dikshu, in all directions. My fame, not just in my own country, in all places, sarvatra dikshu is directions. All directions my fame has spread. It means I'm known for my generosity. I'm known for my dharma, that charity. So therefore, people all over they praise my magnanimity. So this is also sattvic ahankara. The person gives as a great thing. Not that all persons have money gives. So to give also one has to be like a Tata. As and should be it should be given. So therefore and he's hard earned money and he's sharing with others. So that's a good quality that is a but the but that also is a pride only, virtuous pride. So that pride exists in the mind of the person. So the person has got everything there is. He's so fortunate. He has got so much punya earned. Maybe in the previous life he has got everything. Nothing in this world is unattainable for that person. Every object is in his hand. Jagat vastu sarvam kare yat prasada. Yat prasada. Every kind of comfort, luxury, treasure, all these are under his disposal. Jagat Vastu Sarvam Yat Kare in his own, in his hand. So therefore, the person having attained world famous, fame because of his generosity and everything in his hand, in his disposal. Jagat Vastu Sarvam. Jagat Vastu is all the Vastu, all the Sarvavidam, that Aishwaryam, all Aishwarya, Dhanam, etc., Ratnam, everything in his hand, his disposal. Yat Kare, Yat Prasadat. He is blessed, therefore he has got all these things. He has done some punya, therefore he enjoys everything. So first it is said Yashaha, Kirtihi, which is gained through Dana Pratapa. So Dana Pratapa, Dhanasya Pratapaha, by Danam, he has gained Kirti. His Kirti has spread all directions. Sarvatra, Sarvasu, Tikshu, Sarvatra. Second thing is Jagat Vastu. All the Vaibhava, Aishwarya, Jagat Vastu, whatever the Vastu, Sarvam, Nikilam, Kare means Astatale, it is Tasya Adinam, it is in his possession, in his disposal. So therefore the person is Bhagyavan. Et Prasadat is Ishvara Prasadat, is Punya, Ishvara Anugrahat, or this Purva Krita Punya Balat Prasadat, Yasya Prasadat, yes, he has got everything at his disposal. So what? After gaining such generosity, the person is world famous and all the resources are in his hand, at his disposal. If the person's mind Gurorangri Padmena Lagnam Chet Tataha Kim. So therefore, even Dhanam, you analyze Dhanam charity. Dhanam is one of the quality which in fact Bhagavan mentions in the 16th chapter of the Gita. We have seen in the Devi Sampath, Abhayam Satpasham Samshuddhihi, Jnana Yoga Vyavasitihi Dhanam. So he is talking about the 16th chapter, Devi Sampath and Asuri Sampath. Devi Sampath is the wealth, which are like the characteristics of Devas. Asura is Rakshasas. There are only two types of people in the world. One is one type of people, Devaha. They have the qualities of the Deva, that is the virtues, positive virtues they have. Devi Sampati, divine virtues. Other one is Asuri, demoniacal virtues. So Dhanam is one among the divine virtues. Why? Because by Dhanam, you expand yourself. Your heart get expanded. Dhanena Dhanam Tara. Puja Swamiji's famous quote. Shraddhaya Deyam Ashraddhaya adeyam. So deyam should be given dhanam. So by dhanam you get punyam. And the person has earned punyam, therefore only he has got tremendous wealth, Aishwarya. Therefore he gives dhanam and multiplies his punyam. So therefore what is truly gained through acts of this charity and this punyam, if you analyze what is gained is, what's supposed to be gained is chitta shuddhi. The antakaranam should become pure from the, should become pure from all the mala, the doshas. Instead, if dhanam boosts your ego, and because of dhanam you have become world famous, known in all the worlds, then what is the use of that? And you may attain the pleasures of the Swargaloka because you are a great Dani, you are famous for Dhanam, never says no. But Swargalokam also, Kine Punya Matyalokam Mishanti. Karnar Bali Chakravarti would have gone to Swargaloka, fine. But they are also samsari because they don't have Atma Jnanam, they have to come back. They are famous in the Purana, they are known, the characters, they are famous for the is famous for their giving in charity. So who is which person, which character in the Purana or Itihasa known for giving? The immediate answer would be Karna or Bali. But that's it. But they don't have Atma Jnanam. They didn't gain Atma Jnanam. Therefore, they also have to come back. The Chine Punya Matya Loka Mission, the ultimate, the end which a person can enjoy or can yet reach is only Swargaloka by Punya. Dhanena Punyam. Punya will take you to Swargaloka, but Swargaloka also, it is a loka, being a loka, therefore it has its own limitations. That is, as long as you have this Punya capital, you can enjoy in Swargaloka. Chine Punya, when the Punya is exhausted, therefore, then you have to re-enter the world alone. So therefore, the question is whether whether you have freedom, whether you have manashanti, whether you have atma jnanam. That is important. Everything else should subserve this. Minus this, everything is useless, and therefore, this atma shanti, this freedom, moksha, is not possible without the grace of the Guru. Therefore, Guroho Angripatme Manaha na Lagnam Chet Kim Prayojanam Nasti Kimapi Prayojanam Nasti. Because of charity, you may have earned fame, but that can bring only respect in society, and all the accumulation of the worldly objects can give you comfort to the body, but it cannot free you from the lack, the bondage, cannot free you, cannot give you purnatvam. The lack always will continue. I want. The purnatvam, the tripti will never be gained by all these acts of charity. So therefore, the good artha is Gurohar Angri Patme, Manahana Lagdam Chet, because Guru is the only means to safely cross over the samsara chakra, not these wealth or your material accomplishments. So when we say material accomplishments, we are not demeaning, they are relative accomplishments, they are required, but it is not the end. That is the idea. Then two more slokas plus one palashruti is there. We will see. We will see that in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. धन्यवादः।
धन्यवादः।
धन्यवादः सर।
धन्यवाद धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी।
धन्यवादः
धन्यवादः गुरुजी।